So I feel like I was actually really quiet during that entire episode, but it was only because I was so engrossed in what was going on. I actually think that it was a really, really, really solid episode. Primarily because Daryl is just so good. He's so good. And it makes me so happy because Daryl is a character that I have loved from the beginning. I mean, I think most people used to love Daryl and then they just stopped using him. They just stopped using, I mean, he barely spoke 2 words from season 5, like at least after Beth's death. He barely said anything and he just kind of grunts and skulks around and hides behind his hair. And it's such a waste because Norman Reedus can act. And it's so nice to see him acting. It was just so refreshing. And it was, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just love it. And I love, seeing these new sides to Daryl. It's not just Daryl being a badass or Daryl being a tracker, but, he's smart. He's really, really smart. And he knew what he was doing with Lydia and with Henry. And I just absolutely love to see it. And Daryl was the perfect person to connect to Lydia. When you're talking about abusive parents, I mean, Daryl knows what that's all about. So he was a good person to be able to get through to her. And I think that he did, but, clearly Henry was kind of MVP, I guess. He did a really good job of connecting to Lydia and actually bringing her around. That being said, his naivete really bothers me because I don't think that he would be this naive. I mean, it's hard for me to remember young Henry because it's been so long. I remember Morgan teaching him how to fight with the staff. And I remember his brother was killed and he wanted to go kill the person who killed his brother. But I guess I just feel like that little kid was tougher than teenage Henry. He just seems too naive to have grown up essentially in this world. And that's what bothers me. I don't mind him being, soft, quote unquote soft. I don't mind him reaching out to Lydia and trying to befriend her, but he should know better than to let her out. I mean, that could have gone really, really badly. I was expecting her to hit him over the head with something and then take off and then come back with her family, That's not what happened. She ended up, she's got obviously some PTSD, and I think when she heard the baby crying, that just triggered her, and then she was able to, she decides to go back in the cell and then ask Henry to stay with her, which is sweet. But it bugs me that he is so naive, that he would give her information, that he would tell her that there's another community, that he would, tell her personal information. Like, and letting her out, right? Wasn't he the dumbass who let out the prisoners at Hilltop during that horrendous episode, that absolutely ridiculous episode where they fought the saviors and then there was like a whole bunch of wounded Hilltop people and they left them unguarded, and then somebody died and then all hell broke loose because they turned. And at the same time, Henry let the prisoners out, right? Henry was the one to do that. So he should know better by now. He shouldn't be this naive. He shouldn't be making dumb choices. I just keep thinking about Carl. Like, Carl could have connected to her in the exact same way, but he would have been smarter about it and he wouldn't have let her out. So, Yeah, Henry's getting on my nerves, but I I want to like this kid. I do. Anyway, speaking of Lydia, I guess she's come around now. It's hard for me to trust anybody ever. But I mean, I guess at the end there, I guess she's come around, and I wonder if she'll not want to go back with her mom. Because the poor girl is fucked up. So speaking of her mom, at first I thought, oh, she's like another Carol, right? This abused woman, and kind of a meek woman who became a badass, you know, through the apocalypse. Shit that she had to do. But now it seems like the truth is that she was always kind of a psycho. So I'm interested in learning more about her and why she is, how she is, and was she always like this, or did she kind of snap because of, you know, the apocalypse? So it's really interesting, and I'm sure we're going to get more into that. And lastly, so the group, Yumiko and Magna, I think. From their point of view, I can understand why they would go out looking for Luke. Because this is not their community, and so I can totally understand why they would. It's dumb, but I can understand why they would do it. What I didn't understand was why they, like, two of them went back and the other, like, why? I don't know. I thought that was weird. Like, now there's 3 of your people out there. I just thought that was weird that 2 of them went back. But it is so smart of Tara. And I was hoping that she had guards posted out there waiting for them to leave, because that's exactly what I would have done. So I love Tara as a leader. I think she's going to be a great leader. It's just cool to see her step up like this, because she's always been kind of a more sort of lighthearted character, and I love that about her. But I like to see that evolution for her character. So I doubt that Luke and Alden are still alive, but maybe they are, and they can be bargaining chips for Lydia. That would be interesting if they were trying to trade, but Lydia didn't want to go, and then, you know, yikes, that'll complicate things. Again, my only criticisms, I guess, well, first of all, there were some weird, like, day-night transitions that I was confused about. Like, it would be daytime, and then the next thing I know, it's night, and then the next thing you know, it's daytime again. I was a little confused by that. So I don't know if that was just me or what. Yeah, I don't know why they're not more concerned about this group, these intelligent walkers, so to speak. I feel like there should be lots of guards posted. I just think that this should be a bigger deal. Like, they should be not freaking out, but like they should be preparing, because I can imagine these people, they could bring a herd to you to overrun the place. So I'm surprised that they don't seem more concerned than they do. But now that they're here, I wonder how that's going to go. So, okay, I hope this was coherent. I'm really tired. That's it. That's all I got. It was a great episode. As a matter of fact, I almost feel like I want to go back and watch it again, like just for myself, like just rewatch it. And I don't ever do that. But there was just a lot of information, and it was just so, like I said, it was just so good to see this version, not this version of Daryl. I mean, I guess we've seen this version of Daryl, but he's just getting so damn good. And I love the material. And I mean, there were hardly any characters in this episode. It was pretty much focused on Daryl talking to Lydia. I wonder if Lydia if she's going to be a big character or if she was just kind of a plot device to get information about her mother and her, like her group, or maybe she's going to be like an important character. So interesting. Okay, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.